Boosie and Mo3 was just working together right before his whole setup thing, man. Because how could you just be working with somebody, everything's cool, and they laughing in the studio and everything like that, and then fast forward, people think that Boosie's the one who set up Mo3. It has to have been something that went on between the two of them, because a lot of times when rappers, they do the songs, they go work on projects together and everything like that, but then they get into some sort of argument over one person trying to get more money than the other. It's supposed to be 50-50. And this is the one thing, because Boosie knew what he was doing when he was getting into this. He was basically trying to finesse Mo3 into getting a 80-20 split and everything like that. And this is where they basically like agreed to disagree, and that's when all the problems started happening, man. If y'all rocking with Mo3, put the threes in the comment section right now. Let me know where y'all from and who you rocking with. Let's go. So with Boosie doing all of this stuff that like was happening in the streets, you saw about his hitters, and it was multiple different things, because he had the problems with Mo3, he had the problems with Trap Boy Freddy, yellabeezy. They all tried to sit down and squash the beef, but it didn't work out. And so this is why a lot of people ended up getting set up. Like, things happened to all of these Texas rappers, and including Mo3 and yellabeezy, and basically Boosie was right there in the background the whole time. Like, he knows and has a say in a lot of the stuff that be happening, especially in the South. And so once Boosie felt like he wasn't gonna be able to get the money that he wanted out of it, because he had to pay a lot of money up. This is why Duke the Jeweler ended up getting robbed and everything too a year later. And so once they sat down and Boosie realized that Mo3 still wanted the 50-50 from the album that they did, then this is when Boosie started basically sending a message to the dudes in the streets to start looking for him. And they got in contact with Trap Boy Freddy, the other person who was beefing with Mo3. And basically this is when, right before Trap Boy Freddy got locked up and everything, they found the connection between the suspect and one of his cousins. And Boosie's cousin ended up getting locked up. And so this all goes and ties back to the fact that Mo3 got set up, and it was a lot of the people around him, people that was working with him and everything like that. And at the end of the day, he should have been moving a specific way with the security and all that, but he was still in his own town. Like, he was moving alone, like just like how you would be in your own city and everything like that. He had got the bag, and he should have probably moved out of town, stopped messing with the girls and around his whole city, because this is what got him set up. They ended up putting the word out there, and the streets basically responded. They was trying to get the money that they put up for Mo3's head and everything. And so once that word got around, and they knew Mo3 was hanging out with this girl, and that he was still trying to pick up the females and everything like that, then this is when they pretty much put the ear to the lady that he was with, and they said, look, we gonna give you this much, just make sure you tell us when he leaves, make sure you tell us what car he in this time and everything like that. And the fact that right when Mo3 needed to pull out everything that he has stashed away in the glove box, where in case he needed to like actually blow back at somebody, it was gone. His strap was gone, man. He opened it up and he was shocked and surprised. That's why they said that he was ducking down on the floorboard of the car and he was trying to reach for something. That was because he was trying to figure out where did his strap go? Who moved his car and everything like that. And so this is what a lot of people are coming to find out. And that's why you got to understand, somebody that had access to Mo3's keys, cars, and everything was somebody close to him. And this is why you got to watch everybody that's close around you, because there's no point in trusting nobody. People could flip up at any second. Everybody got their own motives. Everybody always thinking of how they going to be able to come up on like with themselves or whatever, regardless if they doing it with people. Mo3 manager, he knew that Mo3 was a bag and that he could come up regardless of Mo3 around or not. He could always drop the location on Mo3 to get the bag from the ops. And so this is how you got to think about it, man. A lot of people, they got just as much opportunity to take you out as they do to actually build up with you. And so this is the crazy thing. That's why people are so quick to flip on you and trip about some regular old stuff and something that's miniature in the grand scheme of things. But then because they actually getting the bag from the ops because they tired of getting the bag with helping and everything like that. So this is why a lot of people, they switch to the ops, and this is exactly what had happened in this situation. The people that Mo3 thought he was close to and that they had the best in mind for him, they was actually talking to his ops and talking to the other side the whole entire time. And then when time came that the ops said, "Oh, we're gonna put this much on his, we're gonna take him out," instead of warning Mo3, everybody around him decided to drop his location and get the bag off of him. And this is the sad situation because we got to look at it like we got to stop doing this to each other. Like the fact that this could have been a totally avoidable situation, it means that this is something that we have to look into. It's a revolving door. It keeps happening in all the hoods. And it's a crazy thing because at the end of the day, people have to realize that how are you going, if they keep taking out everybody that keeps trying to make it out the hood and everything, who's really going to make it out? And everybody that misses Mo3, they know for a fact that Mo3 was going to be the one to carry the whole new generation. A lot of people was rocking with Mo3. Everything that he was speaking about, the music and everything, the message and all of that, they was with it. But you got to understand, man, that nobody was pretty much protected him like he should have had the security team around him, and he had just made it. And so it was right before he could really just go ahead and pay for a whole security team to follow him around. He should have had like a group of them, like at least 5 to 10, so that way they could cover every little angle and they be looking around their shoulders to make sure he don't got to do that. And this could have been a thing where if he would have just actually like tried to be more in the studio and basically not hang out with the female like that, then they would have never seen him leave in the apartment and try to set him up on the highway. This is how it all went down. He had to have been followed from somewhere because they were keeping an eye on him. Somebody told the ops where he was, what girl he was going to see, which complex and everything like that. So they sat back and waited until they saw his car turn on and leave out of the whole area. Once he left out of the area, it was already 3 cars following him. This is why as soon as he got on that highway and they tried to block him in and everything like that, the guy got out the car and ran down the highway, and that's when they caught that picture of him. That's the main suspect, but they know that that guy was just a hitman or somebody hired by another dude, so they don't know if it was from Trap Boy Freddy, if it was from Mo3 dropping the low, if it was from Boosie and the issues with all the other people that he could have possibly had beef with. But we know for a fact at the end of the day, he was being watched, targeted, followed, and everything. They knew he had a lot of money on him. He had his jewelry and everything like that. And it was basically somebody that was hating, a hater from the past. Some haters wanted to take him out. They just didn't want to see him winning like that. And this is why a lot of people get jealous, envious. The greed kicks in because they in a tough situation themselves. They don't got the money like how Mo3 was getting it. And so they're like, if I ain't getting it, then he can't get it. And this is why they were like, okay, we'll take him out and everything. People don't like seeing other people shine. And that's why some people move low key and don't try to show too much, don't try to do too much flexing, because they know the haters are watching and the haters are looking for somebody that's shining so that they could try to figure a way how to get them knocked off, how to pretty much hit a lick on them and take what they got. And so that's why everybody got to be very cautious in the way that everybody moves and things are done. And this is something that Mo3 probably wishes that he would have did in the first place, because it was too many people around, way too much money being made for him to just be able to move around like he did all the times when before he made it. And so it's a sad situation, man. We're gonna say RIP to Mo3. Put the 3s in the comment section if you rocking with Mo3.